Hello lovelies, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and this is the place where I watch basically whatever I want. And yes, welcome back army. And we are here today and we're going to be listening to the ARIRANG album. Because I mentioned this in my hooligan reaction, I think at the end of the video, I mentioned that, hey, I'm possibly going to a live viewing of their concert because I think they have something called the ARIRANG Concert Experience, I believe, which are live streamed from the arena, and basically they're going to perform and I'm going to see it. So this weekend, in just a few days, I'm going to be watching that and I'm very excited about it, but it obviously means that I also need to actually listen to the full album. So I have heard 3 songs so far. I have listened to Swim, 2, and Hooligan, and now I'm going to be getting to the rest of the 11 songs. So yeah, we have a lot to dig into today. It's going to be a big chonker, so make sure you're sitting comfortably. Make sure you are excited. I'm going to, because this is going to be a big deal, I'm going to be listening through this pretty succinctly because otherwise it's going to take a very long time. And at the end of part 2, because this is going to have to be a 2-parter as well, I'm going to be telling you guys what I thought about the whole thing and give you a final rating. And yeah, this is very exciting. Obviously, I did listen to a album previously from BTS on the channel. I believe I listened to B, I think, and that was a good time, and now we're here to continue, but this is obviously a new release, quote unquote. It's almost been a month, but newer in the sense of like, wasn't years ago. But like I said, we're going to listen to all the songs, but not in this part. So I'm going to be splitting it up because we have 11 total to get into. I'm going to split them up 6 and 5, so you can do the math there, but also I might try to put it in the like the keywords or something. We're gonna see, but in part 1, which is this one, obviously, we're gonna get to Body, Aliens, Fire, Number 29, Merry-Go-Round, and Normal, and then in part 2 we're gonna get to Like Animals, They Don't Know About Us, One More Night, Please, and Into the Sun. So yeah, I'm also very happy that most of these songs are longer. I was a little bit worried that it was gonna be like shorter stuff, you know what I mean? And most of them are like around the 3-minute mark, and I know that's like kind of weird to say. Some of them are more, but I am happy about that because if you know the scourge of shorter songs, not that I mind it particularly, but it's still just like nice to see. And yeah, I think there's one song that's only an instrumental. I think number 29 is instrumental only, but other than that, it's all just stuff, and I believe that some of them are full English, some of them not, at least I believe so, yes. And I'm watching all of these lyric videos, and doing them by ShadowByYoongi. I trust their lyric videos quite a bit. I think they're good quality, so we're going to use all of those there, except I'm going to use number 29. I'm going to use the YouTube audio because I feel like it just makes sense since it is only instrumental. But yeah, hope you guys are excited. Let us dive right in. Of course, check out my other reactions to BTS, especially the recent releases. I will be sure to link them so you can check them out, but they were also recently done by me. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. So like I said, make sure you're comfortable, get something to drink, and let's dive right in. And we're starting off with Body to Body. So let's go. All right, my loves, let's go and get into this. And we're starting with Body to Body. And like I said, we're going to go from Body to Body to Normal in this part today. So yeah, I am ready to see what they have for me. I don't know which songs exactly are on the set list for the concert. So, you know, I could be doing this more specifically if I wanted to. But also I feel like if you're not listening to the whole album, what are you doing? You know, you got to experience the whole thing because it was made to be a package, of course. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see what the full album sounds like because obviously I've heard 3 of the songs and all of them in some varying degrees I enjoyed. So we're going to see what we get here. So like I said, make sure you're comfortable and let us get into our first song for today. I'm very, very ready. So let's go. I'm going to not pause too much during the actual songs, just so you guys know, because otherwise we'd be here for a very long time. Let's go. Okay.
I need what you need, Twan. I need what you need. I need
Me?
I need the whole steady in the trunk. Put your phone down, let's get out the front. I got my eyes on the row in the front. The vibe is high, feet beat blunt. The vibe is high.
I think we immediately need to turn this up. Ooh. I see the wordplay immediately. Doing a lot of that.
It's so tight. I mean, no I side. I mean, 우리만 내 style.
Girl, you don't have to be coy, okay? You don't have to be coy. Next year, all of these men are going to be 30 plus, okay? We don't need to be coy about this, all right? I have seen a screenshot of the lyrics, and people were like, whoa. And I love this because he doesn't clarify it in English. He just says it in English, and then he doesn't clarify it in English. He clarifies it in Korean. So you're just like, if you're listening to this without being fluent and also not reading, you're just like, what the fuck did he just say? I've heard your discography, sir, okay? You don't need to be coy with me. This instrumental is very cool. Ooh. The song is very like trance-like. Ooh. Oof. Nope. This is so epic. This song, if it had had a lot, like if it had had a little more oomph, this could have been like the World Cup song. Because like that kind of, it sounds almost like a cheer, but I can't tell. It sounds like chanting, but I think it's actual instruments. It's really cool.
I need the whole city in the drum.
Yes. I thought we were done. I thought that was outro. I thought that little part was the outro, but then we were not finished. This has to be concert intro, right? It has to be. It has to. Come on now. Also, I just realized that we should probably do this because I've seen people talk about this, but I think that I need to actually have it in front of me. So I'm just going to search for this in order to understand it fully. And this might not be totally correct. Especially, oh yeah, this is AI assistant. But if I look for the Wikipedia page of ARIRANG, it is a Korean folk song. There are about 3,600 variations of 60 different versions of the song, all of which include a refrain similar to ARIRANG, ARIRANG, ARIRAyo. Yeah, which is what was being chanted there. Estimated that the song is more than 600 years old. Crazy. That's wild. Cultural heritage list from South and North Korea. Acts a symbol of unity between the two nations, which are divided by the Korean conflict. Really? Anyway, really cool. I knew obviously that it had some meaning of like outside of just being the name for the album. And so I feel like at this moment, based on just what the song is about as well, I feel like right now we're getting a lot of vibes and a lot of references to unity, to coming together, and to being in the same space. And like obviously there was a little bit of like raunchiness that I think you could take from the song, but I also just think it's about coming together again, and especially after having, you know, the hiatus, if you'd call it. I guess you'd call it a hiatus. Having the hiatus that they had, and being in that pause for a while, having the first song on the album be about coming together again is just like, it's understandable, and I think it worked out really nice. And yeah, like I said, this is very trans-like. This is like TRANCE, trans, you know what I mean? Of like, it feels almost a little hypnotic too. And I think it was with that little part of the singing, and I assume that that was one of the many variations and versions of the Korean ARIRANG, the unity song, so to say. But yeah, very, very cool. And it felt very big. It felt very huge in the scale of it. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like everything was happening outside of here. And I love when songs do that. When I'm listening to it and I'm like, is this really in my headphones? And I have to like check and make sure that it's actually in my headphones I'm listening through the song in. Because otherwise, sometimes it tricks me. It tricks me. You know what I mean? But yeah, very cool starting point and very impactful, you know? So we're going to continue right on with our next song, which is called Aliens. We have, I think this also has Korean in it. Yes, it is. That's one of the reasons, too, is that they tell me in the in the title, and that is very helpful. But let us continue right along with our next one. Oh, same producer tag. Whoa, whoa. Okay, oof. Oh my god, okay. Yoongi's coming in hot with this one. I knew there was going to be, because obviously we had both Two and Hooligans, and both of them were very hip-hop heavy. So I would not have, and I'm not surprised that there is more. But, oh my gosh. There you go. Ooh. He's doing that. Woo. Oh boy. From the ghetto to the hot, or the yeah, we aliens. Woo!
If you wanna hit my house, 좀 빠른 벗어나, yeah, we A-list. 어쩜 그래, shameless. Yeah, 이래 차라리 A-list.
Girl.
하는 동쪽에서 rising. A-list, A-list.
Woo. Both of these songs have had like the vocal effects, and also in some of the previous songs as well. It's so like out of this world, which fits perfectly with the song, but it's just like the vocal effects make them sound so breathy and like they're in the room over there. You know what I mean? Like it's singing, but over there. Jesus Christ. Oh, Yoongi just coming in immediately, shaking me up, and then Hobie, of course, coming right after that. Ooh, the techniques immediately. Can I just say it again? I love when Yoongi does that. When he kind of like, huh? It's almost like he's like hiccuping while he's rapping, but it works so well. Hold on. Okay, sir. Oh.
Honey, talk about the business. Everybody know now where the cake. 어디까지 가니 이런 제길 저주하니 아직 흉측대길. 이두생님 tell me how you feel. 영원 또 나밖에 못해 but that is how we kill. 눈만 더 허벌하게 큰 너희가 말하길. Are they for real? For real?
Oh my god. This fucking what he's doing right here, this is killing me.
For real? Oh my god, do I look too funny?
Oof.
Just move for me, yeah, move for me.
It almost sounds like they're shooting me. It's killing me. Hey. That's right. I love that. Like that's so. I love, especially when the rap line does this, when they just like do ad libs, and I have to like look and see what they're saying, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. It's almost like they're throwing out at me. Yo. Oh my god. I need to breathe immediately. Bros. Boys. Whenever I call them boys, I'm just like, because obviously they're literally called, that's what they're called. Bulletproof Boy Scouts. If you original, like they're 방탄소년단, you know what I mean? But it feels kind of weird now that like they're grown ass men, all of them. They have been the entire time I've stand, but still. Okay, let me put this together. First of all, hell yeah with these lyrics. Love that for you. I honestly think they should be allowed to spit more. You know what I mean? Because, like, truly, they were such and are such a pivotal part in not just, like, the K-pop export, but also the Korean export. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, there's a lot of Korean groups that came before have come after, that we know, but they played such a pivotal part, and it is very cool to see them like speak like this about it, because it's true, you know what I mean? But also, I do love a kind of like side meaning that I see in the song of being like kind of, because I don't want to say they're underdogs right now, but especially at the beginning, and then also when they were sort of coming up in the scene, that was kind of how they were treated, you know what I mean? I remember how fucking, like, when I first started standing in 2016, 2017, officially in 2017, people were so weird talking about K-pop, and it still exists, obviously. It's a lot more open nowadays, because it's been 10 years, but it's just, it's a totally different landscape now, and people treat it a lot differently than they did back in the day. But the way that people spoke about them, it would be if they were like out of like this world, and I would just be like, they're just Korean. They're just men from Korea making music. What's so crazy about that? You know what I mean? And why is it insane? There's this theory that like anything that has a larger female audience is usually not treated the same. Because, like, if people were talking about football the same way they talk about BTS, that would be kind of crazy, right? And I think it is usually, like, if it has a majorly female audience, people don't take it seriously. But now, because they're everywhere, it's harder to say that. And also with the amount of celebrities that have like talked about them and say that they like their music, because it's normal. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, I just went on a rant, but I feel like it's true and it needs to be said. Really cool though, and like again, fucking the beat of this. You can just tell it has like a very well-known producer behind it, because like very good, very, very good. So let us continue right along with our next song, which is Fire. At least that's what I'm assuming it's supposed to be said, like, because for a minute I was like, for your, and then I was like, no, that's not what you usually say. So I believe it's supposed to be Fire. So let us get right into our next song. Let's go. Every song I'm getting more nervous every time. Hello? Is that JK breathing in my ear?
Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire.
Is this just gonna be a club album?
Everything big is fire. She wanna
Yeah, it's fire. God, my accent. God. This is just a fucking club album. This is just like, you wanna party? We're here to party, bitch. You know?
Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire.
Oh, this is giving me...
Everything gas.
Oh my god, what's that called again? One of RM's first solo songs.
Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire.
Mm-hmm.
Lit is fire. Everything big is fire. She wanna dance on fire. Everything gas is fire.
Uh-huh.
Too close to fire. Give me that gasoline. Give me that make me feel.
Woo!
Give me that make me sweat.
Oh!
Something I can't forget. Burning out with my slime. We in the flame go wild. It's 200 degrees.
I'm sweating.
Go psycho, might take you viral. I go full thriller tonight.
Ooh!
Go crazy like 3D, baby.
Mm.
Hit me with it one more time.
That's right.
Everything lit is fire.
Woo!
Everything big is fire.
Girl.
Everything lit is fire. Everything
Have people been having ARIRANG nights? Because you gotta. I mean, with 2, with Aliens, Hooligan 2, kind of, but I think Hooligan is like, ever since I started listening to it like more, it's more like beautiful in my eyes. But you gotta, right? Hit me with it one more time, baby.
big is fire. She wanna dance on fire. Don't stand too close, too close, too
And they're back with the fucking breathing. We just went like Daft Punk with it. Ooh, this build up. Uh-huh. Ooh! It sounds like people are clicking their tongue like straight in my ear. I love this. And I needed this. I was working this morning. I was writing about fucking whatever I'm writing about in my final pieces. And I needed this. I needed a party to get me going through the rest of the day because it's about to be a long day. I have a full work day, meeting, but this is making me dance. Ooh! Slow it down, baby. Don't. Again, just straight up breathing my ear. Sure. I wish I could dance better in this chair. Uh-huh. Ooh! Oh, this is the full club song of this album. I see. That was insane. Sorry, I just need to check again. Not filming anxiety, and also we're gonna get into the little instrumental soon. Oh my god, yo, this was so fun. This was fire indeed. This was very, very much fire. I want to hear one part again, if that is okay with you, particularly. Let's see here. This one. Here we go. Hey. And go straight back into it. Yoongi is just gonna take the cake for me on this one, isn't he? Like, I wish he made more. Obviously, I do need to listen to, like, his second album. I do. He's so fucking good. I just want more solo parts from him if that's what he wants to do. Because, wow. Jesus. Crazy. I'm going crazy. Like going crazy, like Britney hit me, baby. You know, like slap me across the face. So fun. And I swear, if they haven't already been done, which I would be very surprised if they hadn't been, put this in the club nights, okay? Put this in the BTS club nights. Whoever is setting that up, whoever is arranging that, because I know that would be absolutely fire, right? Anyway, whoo, Jesus, once again, and fucking the layering of the vocals, the ad-libs, the instrumental itself. I love a good, like, very heavy, vibrating, almost bass line. It just, like, it hurts. It hurts, and it also heals me at the same time. It's so, you know, chef's kiss. Okay. Jesus, I feel like I'm breathing worse in between each song. Maybe that's just how it's supposed to be, you know? So, let us continue right on. We have the next song, which is called Number 29. This is an instrumental little break in this, which, like, that is something that they have done. Well, I'm not sure if it's usually been instrumental. They usually had skits in their albums, at least in, like, the Love Yourself era and the earlier stuff, too. they would do like little skits for different things. Like they just talk and people would be like, oh my god, you know, and like I remember when the albums were releasing, like the transcriptions being dropped, stuff like that. So this is really cool, very interesting to see this, because I don't think they usually do this. At least I feel like it. So let us get right into this and see what it sounds like. Whoa. That is really loud. I guess I'm here for it. Oh my god. I'm somebody who listens to like brown noise and all those noises. So like this is kind of calming to me. There's stuff going on. And I hear it. Huh? Hold on now. Wait a minute. I think I need to look this up, because I was so like sure that something was gonna happen there. Oh my god. Wait. Okay. Hold on. First of all, like I said, I listen to brown noise, pink noise. I think it's called like pink noise for like autism. Usually, very much like calms me down. If I'm having like a very stressful moment, I'll put it on. I'll be like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like it'll almost transport me into a different universe. Just give me a moment here. Give me a moment. Let's see here, number 29. Thank you. A nearly silent track from their album ARIRANG, dedicated to Korean heritage. It features the tolling of the divine bell of King Songdok, which is silence representing the time it takes for the sound to fade. Ah, wait, okay. Let's see, so that's why... That's why that vibration was, because it was literally like the hitting of a bell. And then it's just like, I assume, just nature noises in the background. I wonder why it's called 29 specifically. Like why that is... Why that is the title of it, you know? Now I'm curious. Let me see. Ah, that's right. The track begins with the tolling of this historic bell, designated as South Korea's national treasure number 29, dating back to 771 AD. So like... Oh my god, I can't even count right now. 1,300 years ago. That's how it works. That's so crazy. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that people were like, oh my god, is my phone like messing up with me? Like, what's going on? I didn't think that was happening, but also I was thinking that something was going to happen. If you listen to like, this is one instrumental in I think it's NCT. It's called Neo Zone from NCT 127's album. That has like a little bit like a very calm opening, and you're just like, huh, what's gonna happen there? And then it just like zooms in, and then it like you have that more intense beat drop. I thought that was gonna be happening, but no, that was a bell. When I add this probably whole album to the playlist, because usually, even though some songs I don't really enjoy that much, I usually just add the whole album and then remove stuff afterwards. But if this comes on, I'm just going to be so confused. I'm just going to be like, what is happening? Why is it just quiet? At least the later minute of it. Like, why is that quiet? But, Interesting. I know this is a whole, like, thing to, like, this is supposed to be connected, obviously, to Korea. But, whoa, that shook me, and I wasn't expecting it, but here we are. So that was number 29. Now we're going to move on to the next one, which is called Merry-Go-Round. So this is fully in English, as I can see. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's go. But very, like, a little interesting break, but nice as well, because Fire was intense, you know, and also, yeah, intense stuff. So let's get right into it. Seems like we're going a little calmer now.
I wish that I could tell you that it's over. I wish that I could walk away from pain.
Ooh.
My life is like a broken roller coaster, but maybe I'm the only one that
This is immediately giving me, like, Wings. Ooh. We're getting heavy. Go, you tricked me. Oh, I read it wrong. Oopsie daisy. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute. That's not English. Round and round, circle. Circle of pain and misery. Woo! Oof. Ouch. Put yourself in there. This is hefty. I wasn't expecting it so suddenly. This has a calming nature to it though, and I appreciate that. I don't feel miserable, you know? Ooh.
Just round and round.
Damn.
I'm falling apart. Still bound to the ground.
Doesn't even sound like him. Wow. Damn. Damn. Also, if you can hear my stomach, I'm sorry. I forgot to eat before this, and I'm going to take my eating break in between the parts here, so just letting you guys know. But I don't even know if you can hear my stomach. You might be, because I have my gain pretty heavy on my microphone, just so I don't accidentally get drowned out by the stuff that I'm watching. But yeah, I'm a little bit hungry. I apologize. Anyway, oof.
침대는 날관 My bed is my coffin 어쩌면 세상은 거대한 caffeine 내게 속으로 아픔을 볼 수 없는 멈출 수 없는 춤을 춰봤잖아 생각하지 말잔 생각을 했나 뱅글 또 뱅글 행복하니 웃어 죽을까지
Again, yeah, I appreciate this because we've taken such a steep turn. Because I believe, if I am not mistaken, I think that the actual, like, the like, track list is, let me see here. It's Body to Body, I believe is the first song. And then it's Hooligan, then it's Aliens, then it's Fire, then it's 2.0, then number 29 comes in. And then Swim, and then the song. So we did have Swim before this. So if I had to listen to it like originally how it was planned to be listened to, then I think I would have gotten into this. But boy, still very shocking to just get into. Not really out of nowhere, but also kind of out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So I think, yeah, the first part of this album was probably stacked with the heavier stuff, and now it's going to be heavier in an emotional way instead. Yeah, I mean, I think I liken this from just like, obviously, what I could read here. I feel like this is more, or at least somewhat, related to probably relationship, but also to yourself, about feeling stuck, or, you know, yeah, just being stuck in a situation that you can't get out of. Probably a lot of feelings of self-doubt, anxiety, depression even, and just feeling like you're in here, you're just spinning around, stuck in the same loop, and you can't do anything about it. And also that Jin line, but I'm sure one of the members probably also said it as well, of that I think I put myself here. Real. Probably also not true, because like a lot of the times you can't really, how should I say, you can't be blamed for your own mental health, because a lot of times it isn't your own fault. It's a lot of things outside sources, but also your brain just like fucking up, like synapses and like stuff going on in your brain, basically neurons. They can like make you be sad, basically. That's why you have like things like treatment, like treatment for depression in medicine. It's because sometimes your stuff going on in there is fucked up. So I wouldn't say like if you feel this way, then obviously it can feel like sometimes that it's your own doing, that you put yourself in this situation, but there are things to help you to get out of it. And also, please don't blame yourself for your mental health. Trust me. When you do that, then it's downward, you know what I mean? But yeah, this was very saddening in a way, but also kind of calming. Like, I feel a little bit calmed, especially after the fucking craziness that we had in the beginning of this. I feel like this was on the calmer side, at least how it sounded, you know? Alright, last song before we're going to take our pause and I get to eat. And again, sorry, I don't know if you can hear my stomach. I just assumed that you would. I don't know. But this is Normal. This is also the only song that is explicit on the album. At least I believe so. I think I looked. I'm not gonna look again. But at least this is one song that is explicit, and it says so on the album. So we're gonna listen to that and see what that entails. Are they swearing? In what way is it explicit? You know, I assume it's probably swear words because that's usually why you would need that explicit marker. But we're gonna find out. So let's get into our last song for part 1, and then I'm gonna leave you for part 2 in the next part, obviously. But let's get right into it. Ooh. Okay, guitar. See you, babes. Hey.
You calling me blue. The size of a coin and they both ain't true. It's different from me, it's different for you.
Oof.
Got me feeling things unusual, and I live in more.
Got me and my feelings over on this wall, and my knees is kerosene. Chemical and juice, fantasy and fame, the things we choose. Show me hate, show me love, make me bulletproof. Yeah, we call this shit no more.
Wow. Stunning. Stunning. The way that they're singing this. Very powerful. But yeah, they're basically just being like, this is what our day-to-day is like. Like, what the fuck? What is our life? Insane. Like, being in the public eye 24/7, like, not having, at least not being able to have a normal life, you know? But what is normal? They call this normal. What is normal? That is kind of, honestly, did I just hit the nail on the head there? Yeah, basically, like, this is our normal, but also kind of what is normal. Like, obviously, their situation is not. If you compare it to the general population, it's not like that. But also, what is the standard for normal? Now I'm going into my, like, psychotic rants. Sorry about that. But anyway. Oof. Real.
You think that I was built to the hard metal still.
Ooh.
Now I understand the truth, some pain don't heal. If everything's just happy, that ain't real.
I love how, like, big these songs have been. Exactly.
Run away, pushing me, pulling me. Said you wanted all of me, but what is even all of me?
They're posting these questions too.
Starting me, heard the things they calling me. What the hell you want from me? Got me feeling things unusual, and I live in more.
Got me and my feelings over on this wall, and my knees is kerosene, dopamine, chemical abuse, fantasy and fame, yet the things we choose.
Show me hate,
Choose. True. Ooh. I love the way that Taeyong does that. That little ta 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 ta. Oof. Zam! Boys! Come on now. Come on now. I'm putting these in so that I can hear myself finally. I can hear what I'm thinking and what I'm saying out loud. yeah, that was normal. Whoa. I mean, I already started saying some things and they started speculating on it too. But again, I only have 12,000 subscribers, you know? Like, in the realm, is it small? No. Is it huge? No. But I could never see myself being in their position. I don't know what it's like to have that many people as eyes on you. I will never know what that's like, probably, unless I somehow get a big break and then they're not famous. I don't think that's gonna happen. But you know, I could never put myself in their shoes, but also I get it in a way, you know, because obviously that line about this is what we choose, but then also, like, especially the verses of, like, there's a lot that is awful about this. I'm constantly painted a certain way, paint me red, paint me blue, like, I'm painting a certain way all the time. People make assumptions of me based on who I am in this little part of my life, because the part that you show is tiny in comparison to, like, what your actual daily life looks like, you know? So, like, you're judged based on that, and then, you know, people get, you know, there's toxic fan culture, there's all these things that, like, go into the equation of just making it kind of an insane life to live, and pointing it out, I think, is, like, perfectly understandable, because, like, I would know, obviously I would know what it's like, but also I couldn't even imagine truly what being in their shoes is like. So I get this, I get that, but I love that there's, like, explicit version, and it's just them saying shit. I mean, I get it, but also, you know, after hearing Jungkook say, I'll be fucking you right, I'm just like, you know, like, call me next time, you know, but maybe I'm just rotted in the brain, I don't know, that could be the case. But anyway, that was part 1. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't know if you've been hearing my stomach. It's just that I've been feeling it. So I'm going to go eat something, and then I'm going to be back for part 1, which is obviously you're going to get at the same time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. But I'll see you there. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in part 2. Free Palestine. Love you all so much. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Like this video, comment, all those things. But I'll see you in part 2 or wherever I see you next. Bye!